getting ready to take the boat to Isle Royale National Park. This is National Park number 55 for me. I am super excited. It's about a 3-hour boat ride, actually 3.5-hour boat ride to the island. Then I get 3 hours there and 3.5 hours back. So it's gonna be a long day, but a fun day. In order to get to Isle Royale National Park, you can take a seaplane or a boat. The seaplanes were pretty pricey, so I opted to take the boat, but I think the views along the way should be pretty incredible.
I took the boat from Copper Harbor in Michigan to Rock Harbor on Isle Royale. This boat departed at 8 a.m. and took about 3 hours and 45 minutes to get to the island. I was one of many passengers who took a day trip to Isle Royale, and the return boat back to Michigan departed the national park at 2:45. If you plan on coming here, I recommend making reservations far in advance because they sell out quickly.
National Park number 55 for me. Finally made it to the island. I am headed out on the Scoville Point via Stoll Trail. This is the #1 ranked trail on the island. It's 4.7 miles with 183 feet of elevation gain, and this trail is a loop. I'm pretty excited to head out here. So just a heads up, if you're headed to this national park, you do have to pay to come here on top of the boat or plane fees. It's $7 per person, but if you have the America the Beautiful pass, you are covered. They don't check your pass or take payment until you get to the island, which is a little bit annoying because it does cut into your time on the island if you're here for the day. And they also do a brief orientation about what not to do while you're here. So I definitely have less than 3 hours now, probably closer to 2 before I have to get back to the boat. So I do understand why people like to stay here for more days or do a backpacking trip so you have more time to explore. So fun fact about Isle Royale National Park, this is actually the least visited national park in the lower 48, but it is the most revisited, which I think is really cool. So I wonder if I'll come back here one day. It is really beautiful. This island is 47 miles long and 9 miles wide. So there's a lot to explore if you spend more time here. So it must be really cool to go backpacking or stay at the lodge so you could see a lot more of this national park. Also, this national park is completely closed for the winter, so you can only come here between April 16th and October 31st, so you have a pretty small window to come here. But right now the weather is beautiful. I think it's in the 60s right now. No rain, not a cloud in the sky, so I really lucked out with the weather. It is a picture perfect day here. if you're not backpacking here, the only place to stay is the Rock Harbor Lodge. But also if you're here for the day, you could head over there because there are places to eat. There's restaurants there. I'm hoping I can finish this trail fast enough to grab a bite to eat there. But if not, it's good to know that it's there. There are moose and wolves on this island. I'm really hoping that I could see a moose from a distance. I just saw 2 piles of moose poop, so that's a good sign. Maybe I could sneak a peek and snag a picture of one. I know the wolves are pretty elusive, so I probably won't see a wolf, but cross your fingers, you never know. Also, just a heads up, make sure you bring bug spray. There are a lot of flies and mosquitoes. Definitely not as bad as Voyageurs National Park if you watched that video. But yeah, definitely bring bug spray. There are a lot of bugs here. If you're using the All Trails app, this is the first viewpoint. It is pretty stunning.
Before I came to this national park, I thought it was pronounced Isle Royale, but the boat captain and park ranger both confirmed that it is Isle Royal. Sorry if I mispronounced it a few times while I was recording.
Isle Royal is located on Lake Superior, which is the largest freshwater lake in the world. I think that's pretty crazy, but I understand it because when I was on the boat ride, I felt like I was on the ocean, but it was actually a lake. And also, it's not just the island that I'm on. There are 400 islands that are part of this national park. Pretty impressive. If you're using the All Trails app, this is the second viewpoint. And this one is even better than the first. Wow. After you leave the second viewpoint, it's only 3/10 of a mile to get to Scoville Point.
This was hands down my favorite part of the trail. The water views were absolutely breathtaking. One thing I loved about Isle Royal National Park is that it wasn't crowded at all. This is one of the least visited national parks, but definitely not because of its beauty. It just takes a little more work to get here. In my opinion, it's worth the extra effort.
Made it to Scoville Point. This was worth every step of the hike. one last view from Scoville Point. I am very reluctant to leave this beautiful spot, but unfortunately I only have an hour to make it back to the boat. If you're coming to Isle Royale National Park, I recommend not coming for the day. I honestly don't think it's enough time to fully explore here. I feel very rushed trying to get back to the boat. So if you can, stay at the lodge or do some backpacking for a few days. I think you'd get a much better experience.
Just to put things into perspective, if you take a seaplane to Isle Royale National Park, it only takes about 35 to 45 minutes to make it to the island. The boat ride took me 3 hours and 45 minutes one way. So if you fly here, you definitely have way more time to hike and explore. But as I mentioned earlier, it is much more expensive. Staying at the Rock Harbor Lodge is also pricey, but another good option if you would like to spend more time here.
I would just like to point out that I keep seeing piles of moose poop, but I still haven't seen a moose yet. Sad times. So funny little thing, before I came out here today, I was checking out the All Trails reviews for this trail, and someone said beautiful views, but there's a lot of mozzies on the trail, meaning mosquitoes, and I thought that was hysterical. So moving forward, no longer saying mosquitoes, they are mozzies. Just wrapping up the trail now. It took a little under 2 hours with plenty of stops for pictures and videos. It was an absolutely beautiful trail. My only wish is that I had more time to enjoy it and soak up the views.
I made it back with 20 minutes to spare, so I recorded a quick time lapse from one of the docks and then headed back to the boat. I was pretty sad to leave Isle Royale and truly wish I had more time here. If I planned this trip differently, I probably would have booked a seaplane or stayed a night or two at the Rock Harbor Lodge. It would have been amazing to hike more trails, soak up more views of Lake Superior, hopefully see more wildlife, and take my time exploring instead of rushing. Who knows, maybe I'll be back one day, but first, I still have 8 more national parks to go to. Here are a few of my favorite pictures from Isle Royale National Park. This place is so incredibly gorgeous, it's hard to take a bad picture here. I hope you enjoy them. As many of you know, I am fighting cancer and undergoing chemo treatments every 3 weeks. Although chemo weeks suck, I live for days like this, and I try to live life to the absolute fullest on the days that I'm feeling good. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. It would mean the world to me if you could like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Many more adventures are on the way, and I'd love to share them with you all.